Hey guys, this is Johan, and today we will be making a dish that is warmly reminiscent of our family excursions at the beach back in our hometown of Rojas City in the Philippines. Its aroma and taste tantamount to the saltiness of the sea breeze and the warmth of the sun as it gently drowns into the ocean horizons. Yes, it's Inihaw na Baboy, or grilled marinated pork, as prepared by my mother Grace and grilled by my dad Erwin. The real magic is in the grilling, so make sure to stick around for that. Let's get right into it. Firstly, let's have our required ingredients all laid out on the table. Here we have pork belly, which we find to be best at retaining moisture throughout the grilling process. For those who prefer less fat, pork shoulder would be an excellent option as well, although you would have to be extra careful to not dry it out on the grill. No matter what cut you decide on, one thing is imperative, and that is to cut the meat into no more than 3/4 of an inch thick. This is to facilitate efficient introduction of the marinade and to ensure that it's entirely cooked through without burning. We also have some sea salt, ground black pepper, white sugar, white vinegar, soy sauce, and minced garlic for the marinade, all of which and the measurements are listed in the description down below. Now, let's put the pork into a large enough mixing container. Then sprinkle and rub the sea salt directly into the meat until evenly distributed. Repeat this step with the minced garlic. Now add the ground black pepper, white sugar, white vinegar, and soy sauce into the pork. Thoroughly mix while simultaneously massaging the marinade into the meat until homogeneous and evenly distributed. Then cover the pork belly and let it sit in the refrigerator for about 1 to 2 hours. This gives the marinade adequate time to somewhat penetrate the pork for better flavor adhesion. Now, we proceed to grilling. Fire up the grill and preheat it to about 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 175 degrees Celsius. This initial high temperature is crucial to achieving a proper Maillard reaction, which I will be explaining later. Then turn it down to low just right before grilling. Slowly lay down the pieces of pork belly onto the hot flaming grill, then close the lid afterwards. This will trap the heat and smoke inside for a more even cooking of the meat and to attain a richer smoky aroma and flavor. Remember, our pork is not very thick, has high amounts of fat, and is left on a relatively hot grill. This will not take long to start rendering fat and cause the grill to flame up from underneath. We definitely want to watch out for this if we do not want to end up with burnt meat, which, to be clear, we want to avoid at all cost. Hence, we would need to check on and flip our pork belly every 3 minutes. This is to make certain that no excessive and undesired charring would be taking place. Although factors like consistency of the grill's heat and its height from the flame significantly influence this process. So make sure to eyeball it by using this video as a reference point to know approximately what to look for. Do this about twice and proceed to somewhat constantly flipping the meat every minute. Once again, keep in mind to cover the grill, then check and flip every 3 minutes twice, then do so every minute. The whole grilling process will take roughly 20 minutes from the moment the pork touches the hot grill. I wish you could smell this right now. You see that perfect browning of the meat and those seared marks left by the grill? That's the Maillard reaction I was talking about, slowly happening right before our very eyes. The Maillard reaction, or Maillard reaction, was named after a French chemist named Louis-Camille Maillard, who was first able to describe it in 1912. It is a chemical reaction between amino acids and reducing sugars that gives brown food that distinct flavor of toasty nuttiness and that pronounced sensation of umami. known to us Filipinos as linamnam. This browning and searing is exactly what we are looking for in our pork. But once again, be careful not to overdo it. There is a fine line between seared and burnt meat, so be sure to be keen on this. However, if you see tiny traces of burnt bits, don't freak out. That's completely and utterly normal. It's a grilled dish. Charring will happen no matter how careful we are. Hey, random fact. Did you know that Inihaw na Baboy is a famous breakfast dish in Rojas City? It was actually one of our best sellers in our karinderya way back then. Who am I kidding? It's a favorite no matter what time of day it is. At this point, we are at the final phase of our grilling process, and again, we should be already flipping the pork every minute by now. Then once the meat starts to be looking like this, it's pretty safe to say that you have just masterfully grilled a perfect Inihaw na Baboy, as the pit master of Lehigh Valley himself, Erwin, just did. Congratulations. Now carefully start transferring the pork pieces over onto a plate one by one. Inihaw na Baboy is just simply one of those dishes that you never get tired of. But this recipe in particular takes it to a whole new level. It's smoky, savory, has a perfect balance of saltiness and sweetness, has a hint of sourness, and an explosion of umami. I can eat this every day. It doesn't matter who you are, I implore you to give this a try. And one more thing, before serving, cut these up into bite-sized pieces and partner with rice. It'll be so much more convenient to eat, and your family and guests will thank you. If you've enjoyed watching this video, let us know by leaving a like and a comment, and please consider supporting our channel by subscribing and hitting the notification bell to be the first one to know of our new videos. Once again, this is Johan, and thank you for watching this episode of Graz's Kitchen. See you next time.